good morning from day 2 of back at sea. It's about 20 past 7. I'm running slightly behind my plan. I was trying to get up to get down and head to the buffet at 7 for breakfast, but I didn't get up quite as sharpish as I should have. Yesterday I was up quite early, so I was probably pretty tired by the time I went to bed. Our clocks went forward an hour last night, so while I was in the room I decided to go straight to bed because although it seemed like it was gone 10, it was actually gone 11, and I wanted to make the most of today. So we are moving at 20.6 knots, heading at 44 degrees. It's 26 knot wind out there, 12 degrees, so a little bit chilly. And as you, I think you can make out, we are sort of setting up the channel there. So off East Anglia, it looks like. The southern part, anyway. I'm gonna go and get my breakfast buffet on. I did check out the TV on demand last night. The live TV is pretty limited, as you may expect, but your main bases are covered. The video on demand movies, there's quite a decent selection. Some stuff in there I haven't seen. The main issue with this TV is it's 4x3 TV. And near as I can tell, it's getting fed a 16:9 signal, but there is no way to change the aspect ratio, so everything seems to be stretched, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not like you're expecting a movie, like theatre viewing experience in here. Speaking of which, though, checking the horizon for today, the schedule of activities. There is a movie going on in the theatre at 11, and it's Encanto, which you'll be perhaps shocked to learn I haven't actually gone around watching it, so I'm going to go see that. This lines up pretty well. I like watching a movie on a ship. Back on the Wonder, I did a goofy movie by the pool and Incredibles 2 in the cinema there, so definitely going to be on that. And beyond that, we're heading into Amsterdam today, so we're going to see the locks, we're going to see the canal, the city, jump off a bit later on once we're in port, about 4:30, I think. And yeah, apart from that, food. So let's go get some. Well, nice breakfast. Just my legs were a little wet, but good otherwise. Had a bit of a lounge on the sound lounger up on top, but I didn't want to stay there too long because I left my sunblock in my room and I do not want to get burned. So I'll come down. It's about the window. Still get the views, but I'm not likely to get burned. I'll go back and get it later. I just don't want to my room start being made up. But I got myself a big Pepsi. So, mornings look good. Coming down to the Promenade Deck. The view's in about 15 minutes, and it's on this level, so why not chill out down by the sea, right? By the sun, it's warm, great views, can't complain. good, isn't it? So I've had lunch. Went to the buffet again. That was nice. And now we're transiting the canal. So once we get to the other end of the canal, we will be doing a 180 to pull into our berth at the port in Amsterdam. So I think the Captain America's going to take a couple of hours. Apparently the lock, which we just got through back there, had some kind of technical issue earlier, which delayed things a bit. I think with the entry to the canal. He said it happened this morning, and we didn't get here until early this afternoon. So I'm assuming what he meant was the technical issue had caused a bit of a backlog or something. But it doesn't matter. We're here now. We're transiting the canal, and yeah, we're nearly on our way to Amsterdam. So I'm gonna find a spot to watch the world go by as we head about, I think, 6 knots down the canal. Enjoy some of the views. It's a little bit industrial here, but I do like seeing those wind turbines. They're always cool. So yeah, a good day so far, but we'll be in Amsterdam soon. Quick pit stop back into the cabin. It's I want to keep hanging out on deck watching the transit through the canal, but it's gotten a little bit chillier outside since this morning. I think as we're heading more inland, the weather is not quite as welcoming as it was. The sun's gone behind the clouds and there's quite a bit of wind, so it's a little bit chilly up on deck. So I have opted to put the jeans back on rather than the shorts I was wearing earlier, and instead of the sandals with my feet exposed, I've put my socks and my deck shoes back on. Hang on. There we go. Which I was also wearing last night, but I think I forgot to mention it. Put those on, the jeans. I also have my jacket in case my arms are getting cold. I'm not going to do it up, it's not that cold. It's just to protect from the breeze if there is one. Yeah, and now I'm going to head back up. One flight, because I'm only one deck down, from the lighter deck. Back up to continue watching as we transit through the canal towards Amsterdam. The Netherlands, you know? Windmills. Sometimes cliches are true. What can I tell you? Sorry, the boats back there are being noisy. It's distracting. It's not actually quite as cold up on deck as it was when I went back and got my jacket on, but
it's also not warm enough that I'm bothered by wearing the jeans and the jacket, so it's all good. I can probably take the jacket off and still be fine, but whatever. Just chilling out and enjoying the views. I've got a sun lounger back here, so relaxed. That's a big Albertheim. Okay, yes, it's a distribution centre. I know there's no Albertheim that big. I've never seen it. It's a Dutch convenience store. Now you know. There's a car on the back of that boat. Never seen anything like that before. Hot dog and a large Pepsi, which is a lot larger than the large Pepsi I got earlier, which is weird. But anyway, we've done the 180 now, and I think we're heading into the berth, so I'm gonna munch and watch this finish. So, we're officially docked in Amsterdam. I have come back to the cabin. Probably because I had to, anyway. If I'm going to get off the ship, I need my passport and it's in the safe. But I'm not sure if I'm going to yet. It looked like it might have been raining a little bit while I was sat by the indoor pool, but I think it stopped, but I'm not sure. But at any rate, I want to check the weather, but the Wi-Fi internet didn't seem to be working there. I'm not sure if it was where I was or if there's something wrong with it in general. So I'm going to try that again here too. But basically, I'm not rushed to get off. I'm just turning the temperature up. I'm not rushed to get off today if I don't have to. Because we have tomorrow as well, a full day, whereas it's 4:30 now, so a lot of the day has been at sea and in the canal, so it would only be a couple of hours I'd be off this evening anyway, because I have dinner and a show, not a dinner and a show, dinner and a show tonight, so I've got to go on the ship for those, and now I'm going to see what's going on with the internet. I also left, this is actually, I left this twice. I got the Horizon that was delivered to my room last night, didn't take it with me. I have a photo of the schedule, but I was out and I wanted to check the bar opening times, and I didn't have a photo of that. So I went to reception and got another one. But then when I came back and changed out my shorts, I left both of them behind. So when I then wanted to check opening times again, once more, I was guideless. So there's a couple of things I want to check on there. I also want to look at some time, so I could have done that anyway. I've got the phone, but since I was coming back here to check the weather, I figured I might as well use the paper ones. But yeah, I'll consult my information, assuming I can find the weather as well. That will be one of those pieces of information, and go from there. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let's have a look at the navigation channel, which should show us in Amsterdam. I won't lie to you. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's on the right input. Yeah, there we go. There's. So it did, in fact, show us in Amsterdam. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't, but you know, it's nice to see it. And it proves it to you, because I mean, you can't tell. This is an inside cabin. I could have been filming this on any day. I could have been lying to you. I'd never do that. How could you accuse me of that? That's just rude. So I didn't initially get that internet. It really didn't seem to want to work at first, but I did manage to get the weather from the ship's TV anyway, and we were looking at like low teens, so a little bit chilly. And at any rate, I got distracted and wound up watching Bill and Ted Face the Music on the TV whilst I was figuring myself out, so I just wound up doing that. It's a fun movie, isn't it? Anyway, I did then subsequently just more recently get the internet, so I was able to get a more detailed weather report. And yeah, through sort of this early evening, it looks like a little bit overcast and low teens is kind of the best we can hope for. But tomorrow, for like 10 onwards, it should be heading up into the high teens, and it looks like it should be clear and sunny throughout the day. So tomorrow seems like the best time to be ashore and make good use of that. So what I'm going to do now, though, is head over to dinner. I was going to go to the main dining room again, but there is a different menu, but it looks like I probably would have wound up ordering the same thing again, because that option hasn't changed, but some of the other ones have, but none of the new ones seem particularly enticing, so I don't know about steak 2 nights in a row. That seems weird. I mean, I like steak, but it's just boring. So I'm going to go and get dinner at the buffet, I think. See what's up there. It's only 1 deck up, so if I go up there and then find out that their offerings are similarly not very enticing, I would have committed much time and effort. So I can think of something else to do if I really have to. But yeah, I've just been chilling out on the ship basically, and I will continue to do so. I do have another entertainment reservation tonight at 10:30 this time, so well after dinner times. So yeah, that should carry me through late, but I might have to find something to do between dinner and then, because it's about 7:30 now, so a little bit of a while until that. I don't think it's going to take me the best part of 3 hours to eat dinner, but we might go back up on top and take some more views of Amsterdam. You know, something I've noticed in this stateroom is because there are cabin, there are mirrors at either end of the room, so like it's doing this infinite loop thing, which is weirding me out every time I look at it, so I'm trying to avoid it. Where I noticed it was while I was watching the movie, and I saw the TV in the mirror and realized I could see the same movie, like, I guess infinitely. It's weird. I don't know why they did that, but there you go. Anyway, it makes the room look bigger, I guess. It seems fine size anyway, but hey ho. I did also finally connect the Pocket to my phone, so I could check the audio on some of these recordings, and they were actually okay. I was worried about some of them. They seemed like they might be really ropey with how windy it was and how noisy it was. I wasn't sure if you'd actually be able to hear me talking. I think I even mentioned a couple of times earlier on that I wasn't sure if you'd heard me, but it seems like you probably did, so that's a relief. The Pocket seems to do a decent job of picking up sound, so good on you, Pocket. You're a good kid. You might have noticed it's currently plugged in the mirror. I don't know if you can see in the mirror. Yeah, it's connected to this wire. Because I've been shooting a lot of time lapses and stuff today, So the battery's down to about a third. So I just thought I would top it up. I did have it plugged into the wall, but it seemed to be charging very, very slowly. I think it's fine for charging it overnight, but it wasn't really topping it up much. My phone charged up a little bit. Fine. It's also quite drained because it's shooting the HDR footage for the HDR video. So you got an HDR display and an HDR compatible client. Once that's out, there should be a little thing that you can click, and in the description to take you to it if you want to see some eye candy along with the actual vlog, because there's some cool shots with that. Anyway, we'll stop rambling and go eat. Well, the my dinner turned out to be an alright choice. Brisket, roast potatoes, chips, and fixing blankets. Actual ones, pastry on the outside. It's just bacon and skeleton sausage. I don't know what's on here. As you can see, it's brightened up quite a bit. It's a little bit warmer too than it was when I last checked on the weather. It started to brighten up when I was headed to dinner actually, and it's really got there. It's a really nice evening. It's not really time for me to head ashore because I have something in about an hour and a half. The show's in an hour and a half. So by the time I got onshore, I'd probably be not able to get very far. But it's not too bad actually. Just hanging out on the Promenade Deck, enjoying the pleasant evening. And we'll definitely be ashore tomorrow. I got the what do they call it? The Voyager? The program thing today for tomorrow. It was in my pigeonhole when I was leaving, and tomorrow is pretty light on ship stuff. Nothing really interests me. So definitely good time to be ashore. So I'll probably go across from the weatherboard for about 10 on shore, come back sometime in the afternoon for lunch, and then go back ashore for some hours after to the late afternoon or early evening, and then return to the ship for dinner. And tomorrow's I don't remember what tomorrow's is. Tonight's is Magic. I think it's called Astonishing. I like a bit of Magic, so I'm game for that. But for the time being, let's go take a shot on the Promenade Deck. With the sun glinting across the water there, and yeah, chill out. So, Astonishing. Imagine a bunch of variety singer-dancers get taught how to perform some intermediate level distance tricks off the shelf, and then they do that in amongst, you know, a standard song and dance variety performance. So it's an entertaining enough show. It's fun, but if you're big into Magic, don't go expecting it to be astonishing. It's relatively sedate, standard distance trick magic, and one well executed if remarkably obvious force. I think to some extent it probably doesn't benefit much from the amount of build up and hype it's given, particularly by the Stephen Mulhern part. But for a general audience, I mean, it's fine. But yeah, if you're into Magic a bit, you might not be overly impressed by the tricks, because the performers do a good job, as well as, especially if you consider the fact that they're also doing their normal singing and dancing incredibly well, but they're not magicians, and the tricks they're performing are not, you know, new inventions or anything. They're off the shelf distance tricks. So, but you know, a fun way to spend 45 minutes or whatever. And the singing and dancing is highly accomplished, so there's something for entertaining you. That'll probably do it for today. It's now a bit after 11:30. I did have a little poke around in some of the areas of the ship that I hadn't quite explored yet after the show. Not very long, but just double checking where a few things that I'd only briefly seen or heard about were. But yeah, a good first day, full day, and then I'll be off into Amsterdam proper tomorrow, so lots to look forward to. If you want to see more of the canal passage, do check out the HDR video that'll be going up separately from the vlog, because I shot even more scenic stuff from that. That'll be in there. You'll get the full benefit if you have an HDR display with an HDR compatible client or a browser or an app. But if you don't, if you only have SDR, YouTube will make a tone mapped SDR version. So if you still just want to see the scenery, by all means check that out. The link's in the description. It might be popping up at the side. Depends on if in the corner. It depends if YouTube lets me do it at this point in the video. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you want to see that one, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to know immediately when it comes out. Hit a like if you did, dislike if you didn't, and of course, comment any questions, queries, things you like, things you didn't. Let me know. That's what it's there for. You know how this YouTube stuff works. You've used YouTube before. Yeah, and I will see you next time for the second full day and some fun in Amsterdam. Take care.
It's a three-pronged attack. Subliminal, liminal, and superliminal.
Superliminal?
I'll show you. Hey, you!
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, all right.
I'm in.